What is the form of a city and how is it made? By Kevin Lynch. Lynch spoke of three branches of theory that addresses the city as a spatial phenomenon. He called the first branch planning or decision theory. This theory is about complex decision making that affects city development. He called the theory that attempts to explain the spatial structure and organization of cities and their dynamics, functional theory. Finally, he characterized theory that articulate and interpret connections between human values and settlement forms as normative theory. The first two are about how the modern city works. The latter is about how the city should work as a human environment. Kevin Lynch began his career inquiring about the physical city, its forms, structure, and organization, attempting to describe, categorize, and capture the essence of the physical forms of urban and metropolitan areas. These were early steps toward building a functional theory of city form. But as his intellectual career matured, Lynch seemed to become less interested in these matters. Increasingly, he asked questions about what a good city should be rather than how it works. He found conventional functional theories, also known as positive among some academics, somewhat disappointing and dull. There were other reasons for rejecting these positive theories as well. They did not seem to help much in explaining why contemporary cities do not serve basic human purposes and values well, or why there is so much inequity and injustice in the qualities of life experience, or why they fail to nurture individual growth and development, or why they have to be so resistant to spontaneity of life and social change. Most important, they offered little guidance for design and planning. Lynch was clearly most interested in developing normative theories of cities, a branch which he thought was spindly and starved for light, and obviously needed more attention. He himself discussed the difficulties of formulating normative theories, the problem of linking values to city form, and he argued that ultimately it is the performance characteristics or standards at the city scale that should be used as building blocks for formulating normative theories. His interest in linking human values to city form was apparent even in his early work, focusing on basic values such as health, survival, continuity, adaptability, meaning, development, growth, stimulus, choice, participation, and comfort. Soon, Lynch wrote separate articles focusing on different themes of these basic values and demonstrated how they can be translated into specific performance characteristics of city form. Advocates, informers, project designers, and public planners are perhaps the predominant professional roles today. Advocates are the pattern makers, who hope to be effective through the persuasiveness of their ideas. Informers are the ones who create accurate and timely information for public use. Project designers are the ones who sheltered from most of the debates about the client or the mode of intervention. And lastly, public planners are the ones working in the public interest. The planner situation are changing rapidly. Most of our population now lives in metropolitan regions, and the metropolitan trend is still continuing. There is not only increasing dissatisfaction with our cities, but also an awareness that it is possible to make them more delightful and more efficient places in which to live and work. The planner's tool and concepts are being subjected to a severe test by the growing demand for action. Something better than rule of thumb and shrewd improvisation is required if his services are to warrant public appreciation. In short, we need better ideas, better theory, formulated operationally, Such theory can be tested, revised, and ultimately verified. Even if initially inadequate, theories can help to develop and extend our ideas, to make them more precise, embracing, and effective. Unless planners can devise more powerful ideas of understanding and controlling the physical environment, they are not likely, and perhaps do not deserve, to be treated as more than lackeys for the performance of routine course.